Welcome, Knights of Apollo. What's up, guys? It's Apollo here. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys have some turkey legs and other stereotypical food during the medieval times, because we've got a medieval siege battle. This is Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD, and this is a look into the future. And I'm not talking about the future of mankind, I'm talking about the future of this mod. This is a play test to test out an unofficial patch for the mod. So this patch was made by Sly. That's what he goes by. He's one of the lead developers of this mod. So he's been messing around with the gameplay mechanics, and that's what we're gonna see here. We're gonna go over all the changes, so don't skip ahead, because if you do, you might see something like happen, like, whoa, I've never seen that before. Why is that happening? Well, you'll know why, because you stayed for the intro as we go over the mechanics. Anyways, also we'll see new units and factions, so very fun stuff. I'm excited for this. So let's go over the new factions. So one of the new factions are the defending forces. So it's the Gurid Sultanate. This is a sultanate that was located near Afghanistan, loosely, like modern day Afghanistan. So we're gonna get some cool Afghan troops, some elephants on the battlefield, war elephants. Now, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm glad that the East is getting more factions, more units in this mod, because they are definitely, they definitely need more of a roster, or more factions in general. Then we're also going to see a new Western faction. It's the Duchy of Lorraine. Now, I believe this is a French duchy, but they are located kind of in between France and Germany, so it's like a blend of cultures. So I think they're actually more German, because a lot of their units are German names. So this is a duchy very similar to the County of Toulouse, who's also in an in-between region where they're greatly influenced by like Spain and the French, or France. So pretty cool stuff. They look awesome. I love the yellow and red color scheme. We're also going to see two older factions, but I think they've also been slightly changed as well. We have Sweden and Norway. So pretty sweet. All right, let's talk about the mechanics, guys. So the first thing that's been changed, and this is huge, unit fatigue. So fatigue is a lot more important. You just can't run around for hours and be like, oh, my soldiers are a little bit tired, but they're gonna do fine. No, it's a lot different. So if your troops are very tired, they take a 25% reduction in damage. If they are exhausted, they take an 80%. 80%. So if your troops are exhausted, you might as well just throw them in the trash. Well, you know, if they're fighting, you got to sit them back. You got to rest them, because 80% reduction is huge. So that's going to make a lot of realism in this mod. You know, troops with all that armor just can't run away, run around for miles and for hours. They've got to take the time. You got to watch your fatigue levels and send in troops that might be weaker but fresher. So another thing that they changed for the first, for the tier 1 units for Norway and Sweden, they've reworked the units where they have special roles. Now, I don't know what that means exactly. He might be trying to say that the spears are more defensive, like they've got a very important role of being, defensive and taking out cav. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that, but it does make the factions differ greatly from one another, so it makes it a more diverse. Like if you go with Sweden, you got to build this kind of build because that's their strength and kind of stuff like that. And then cav charges are way more deadly. They really pack a punch, and they don't stop after they charge. They just keep on trampling, which is awesome. And then missile troops, archers and crossbows, they have been changed. Their ammo has been updated. So I think, for example, the like longbows or archers, composite bows, they've got ability where they can increase their range by like by 100, additional 100 range, and it decreases their accuracy. So there's like pros and cons, which I think is really cool. It's like the archers are just giving it all their strength, but they're not doing a lot of damage because they're not super accurate. So I am so for that. That's awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the mechanics and everything. So we might as well just look at the army comps really quick and just get started with the battle. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these army comps. We're going to start with Norway. So Norway, I think we've seen a lot of their troops before. Maybe not. I don't remember. Maybe they've been updated. This unit is pretty new to me. It's the Tablemen. So I believe they're kind of, you know, up there in like nobility status, but yeah, they've got some nice equipment. They look really good, like some authentic armor there. I really like that. So the tablemen, they look badass. He's also got some spears in the back, some candlemen. He's got some crossbow herdmen, which we've seen before. And I think he's got more tablemen in the siege equipment. He does have a catapult, more spears and stuff in the back, the candlemen. And then he's got the guest, which is a nice versatile composite bow skirmish unit that can fight pretty well in melee as well. Here is their general, the king, and then we've got some knights over here. Now, I think one of the rules here is that the attackers can bring 2 artillery, and everybody must bring tier 1 units, because again, they are testing out the tier 1 units. Let's now move on to the new faction. We're going to go a little bit slower because this is all very new to us. This is the Duchy of Lorraine. So we've got some knights here, some heavy shock cav. They look so cool. Look at the uniforms on these horses. It looks really awesome. This faction is pretty sweet. I mean, I'm never not surprised, or I'm always surprised is what I'm trying to say when they make these factions. They just look fantastic. So then he's got some light spears over here. He does have some siege equipment with a lot of troops, I believe. So yeah, some dismounted knights. It's kind of hard to see them. I guess you can see a couple up here. But yeah, they look pretty. There we go. Yeah, they look awesome. So pretty cool stuff. More knights over there. In the very back, he's got crossbows. We'll check them out. Militia crossbows. Nothing too fancy. And then here is their duke. Very nice. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that's pretty much their force in a nutshell. So let's move on. Actually, he's got some troops over at the river. Crossing the river right now. More crossbows. He's got this like polearm heavy like axe unit. They're pretty sweet. Nothing too flashy. And then here's another knight unit. So let's move on to the final attacking force, which is Sweden. Sweden is a sexy faction. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, I just love the blue and yellow. It's a great combination. For some reason, we can't see the names. I don't know if I downloaded something wrong, but you can't see the names of the units. But definitely a lot of melee forces on the battlefield. I think he's got a lot of medium melee in the siege towers. Also some Huscarls, I believe. Big old axes. Very offensive type unit. Does a lot of damage. And then he's got more over here. And then, yeah, looks like he's bringing a lot of those axe type units. Very cool. And then way in the back, we've got a catapult. And he's got some medium polearm infantry. Look at these guys. Look at this. That is so nice. And then what over here? He's got some more medium melee infantry. So he is bringing a lot. He's bringing some archers with some pretty cool kite-shaped shields. And this unit right here, look at the general. Look at this. Oh, man, those uniforms. That is a sexy blue. That's like a cool, fresh drink of water right here. This is nice. One of my favorite cav units, I think, at least in this battle. But he's got more heavy shock cav and crossbows. So let's move on to the other new faction. Now, I don't know how to pronounce most of these names, so bear with me. But he's got gory infantry, which is like the standard infantry for this faction. Also love the banners too. That brings in a lot of realism. I love that. So yeah, lots of infantry here. He's got lots of cav, which I'm not surprised. Eastern factions are genuinely cav focused. So yeah, here's some Gulam I Sultan. Or Salt, I don't know. I don't know. Bear with me, guys. Let's see, what else does it? We'll just look at them as a whole. Too bad we don't have actual pictures of the unit cards because they haven't finished the unit cards. But yeah, here's the heavy axe infantry, the gory infantry. We've already seen them, but we might as well look at them again. Here's some Afghan spearmen. So it just doesn't seem like they're super unique looking. You know, it feels like all the Eastern factions tend to look very similar in style, which makes sense. But yeah, they do look a lot more colorful compared to most Eastern. Like, it seems like most Eastern factions go with just a very bland, not all the time, but I mean, I don't know. Just don't listen to me. Here's some war elephants, a very light elephant. So it's gonna be great. Why does he have blood on him already? It's like they made a sacrifice or something. There's just blood on the armor. Oh, we also have some Nafatoons, I think. Yep, Nafa throwers. So we'll definitely see this faction more in action during this battle. But let's go ahead and start the fight, guys. Alright guys, here we are, the start of the battle, and it's gonna begin with a great rush of cav. Now, to give you a point of view where we are, so we're on this side of the settlement. We've got some heavy cav. Don't know how to pronounce any of those names, but they do look pretty awesome and very intimidating. They're going to charge out and maybe try to catch, maybe cut down some very vulnerable units or very important units. This is always a pretty smart tactic here, a pretty surprise attack from the defenders, which can be pretty useful against, you know, attackers who are not expecting it. But look at that cav charge, knocking down pretty much every single soldier there. Now they're going for crossbows who have formed shield wall. So crossbows is like, what do we do? Just form shield wall. It's like, what? But yeah, oh my god, instantly broke those Swedish swords. And now they're going to continue to bounce around. We also have the horse archers who are killing troops from afar and just also getting up close in their face, charging left and right. I love this early play from the defenders, this aggressive play, because when you're defending, you know, yeah, you're defending, right? But that doesn't mean you can't control this battle. You are in control of the battle. You tell the attackers what they have to do at certain times, you know? Don't sit back and wait for the attackers to react or, you know, make the move and then you react. You go out there and you show them what for. You tell them what. So look at the spacing of this cav. He might want to regroup his cav, get them a little bit closer because that charge was not that effective. But look at how the shield wall from the crossbows is pretty much protecting him against that cav charge. So maybe I could be just seeing things. This might already be the case for the game, but it seems like shield wall is actually very effective against a cav charge, which is pretty cool. All right, so back over here, the siege towers are about to take the walls. There's no resistance for Sweden, you know, other than the cav, of course. We got some arrow towers going down. You got to be careful with that because if you destroy both arrow towers, you will not be able to go down from the walls. We do have some gory infantry kind of waiting at the choke points of the defenses against Sweden. Here comes more. Oh, look at the horns on this dude. He's like, am I looking good today, boys? I'm like, yeah, boss, you're doing pretty good. I guess that's the officer, I assume. Yeah. All right, so let's see what else is happening over here. So it looks like Sweden's going to take the first step into attacking the settlement. All the other nations and armies not pushing forward. I shouldn't say nations. What is this? This is kingdoms, not nations. But yeah, more and more Swedish forces storming across the walls, looking for ways to get down and start to embrace battle to face their enemy on the streets. Here we go. Here we go. Here's some axes going into the fight. I believe they're Huskarls. Yeah, they're going to charge in and start to engage the gory infantry. They are in, I believe, some form of shield wall or maybe just normal formation, but they are definitely going to try to hold this street. We do have some Zupan javelin men. That's pretty sweet. We don't really get to see javies too often. I definitely think, let's see those blades. They look pretty cool. But yeah, I think they're trying to go for the men up on the walls, so they need to get down from these walls quickly. Really what Sweden needs to do is send up archers as soon as possible. Get the archers going, then he can fire down and kind of use the walls against these defenders. We've got more infantry charging through the streets. If I was Sweden, I would kind of slow down a little bit. I feel like he's trying to stretch his men a little too thin, trying to push through and just, you know, take on the enemy quickly. But he needs to slow down a little bit, rest a little bit. His men are active, which is good. They're not tired. So they're not going to have any, you know, any... what am I trying to say? They're not going to be affected. Like, their combat effectiveness is not going to be affected. They are winded now, though. Oh, my God. The arrows. Oh, my God. Just destroyed that unit. And you can see more and more Swedish forces are breaking. Where are the crossbows? Oh, no. The crossbows are super far away. That is very, very unfortunate. Sweden seems like he's just kind of throwing his army away at this point. Just have no archer support. I don't know why he's not marching up the rest of his forces for like reinforcements or anything like that. It just seems like he's sending in a first wave and just letting them die. But the artillery is starting to support their assault, which is good. And these great axes still battling their hearts out against the Afghan troops. The Gorid Sultanate. Here comes Sweden trying to attack on the other side, but they are getting chased. Are they wavering? I think they're wavering. Yeah, they're breaking. They're getting chased down by a huge just force of infantry. Let's head over to the other side. Are they still not going through? Now, I heard a couple walls. Yeah, we do have a wall down on this side. This is actually a really cool area. I like how it slopes up and the defenders are holding the top of the hill. It's going to be a sweet little battle zone. Hopefully, battle breaks out in this area. But let's see what else is going on. The attackers, yeah. Yeah, see, this is why it's really, really important to work together, attack at the same time. Now, not only, and I say this all the time, but I want to make it clear, not only by attacking at the same time causes the defenders to stretch out their troops, but it also causes the defending players to focus on their micro a lot more. It makes it more difficult for them. And sometimes if a player is defending multiple points, you can kind of use that against them and maybe attack a unit that's out of position because he didn't micro it correctly. So this is making it really easy for the defenders to be relaxed. They've got the situation under control. They're focusing all of their attention on the Swedish player. I'm sure at this time the defenders were occasionally looking back like, oh, okay, they still haven't moved in yet. I can come back here and focus to the slaughter on Sweden. Now, it's not like Sweden's not doing anything, though. It's not like he's completely throwing away his army. He is causing the defenders to use some of their ammo. He's causing them to use, you know, it's a battle of attrition, siege battles. So, I mean, it's not super effective, but he's doing something. It's not a complete waste, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my God, the blood effects. It's like pixelated. It's just like blood doesn't. I mean, I guess it's the splatter of blood, but it looks weird. Like, I want to see soldiers, not like little dots of blood, just like covered, like blood was tossed on them. But yeah, they broke the Swedish forces, and Sweden is not sending in more troops. He's just hanging back, and I guess he's finally gonna wait for maybe his allies to go in. Not really too sure, but yeah, I think that was a little bit of a rough start for Sweden. His artillery is trying to answer back and trying to get some kills here, but yeah, it's not looking great. By the way, there's no icons yet for this faction. That's why you see the Roman symbol for their faction icon. Just a little heads up. I'm sure you guys already know that, like assume that, but yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The Duchy of Lorraine. They're finally setting up their siege equipment. They've got some militia crossbows. I like this. This is a good assault right here because he's got the crossbows supporting the infantry as they push together to take this wall. No infantry here defending this wall, so no need to knock down any of these walls. No need to destroy it. Just come up here, set up some archers, and let them have fun. Just sit back and enjoy. That's all you got to do with these walls. That's the thing. Is like people don't want to use the walls aggressively. You know, they always think it's only for the defenders, but oh, now we've got the catapult crew charging in. Awesome. Send in the catapult crew. My lord, are you sure? Yes. I like the officer. He's like, man, I gotta lead these guys into battle. Are you kidding me? So I guess the catapult crew just kind of testing the waters here. Now the rest of the forces are kind of marching forward. He's got a nice shield wall formation. Oh, that looks so awesome. Testudo. So I think they're getting some archer fire, maybe a little bit. They if you look, they had some casualties. Oh yeah, they are getting archer fired. They're getting shot with from the archers firing their bows. Is what I meant to say. Afghan archers, really cool. All right, so let's head back over this way. Let's see how this is progressing over here. So yes, we do have the infantry clashing with the Afghan spearmen. Now the spears should be able to hold for quite some time, but over time I expect these dismounted knights to defeat them, especially if they can get their crossbows. Yes, they do have their crossbows. They also have a breach in the wall. I don't know if they did that or the battle started with that, because it is on escalation 1. More and more swordsmen coming this way. Now is the time, guys. Oh, also we have some knights charging into some spears. Oh my god, the arrows, some friendly fire going on, but it might be worth it because they are taking out knights. But yeah, now is the time where Sweden needs to push. They need to push in. We also have some cav storming out from the defenders, and I think Sweden's going to try to pursue them with some heavy shot cav. Oh my god, the cav though is getting slaughtered by crossbow fire, and now the heavy shot cav of Sweden has caught up to them. Well done from the Swedish player, trying to protect his ally as he continues to push through the defenses. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, so still nothing crazy going on here. And this is tricky. Like, this defense is pretty solid. Also, oh, wait. They were able to sneak some Gulam Lancers out here. Not charging anything yet, but they could easily charge those. Well, no. Well, we'll see. Yeah, they are going to go for the axes. There they go. Boom. Smackaroni. A great charge. A fantastic charge into the battle lines. And that's probably going to wipe out that axe unit. I mean, the axes are a great shock cav unit. Or, I'm sorry. Axes are a great shock unit. But they're not very good at holding against cav charges. Once the cav is in prolonged melee, yeah, they do a pretty good job of breaking down cav. Now the cav is going to come around and flank around the Duchy of Lorraine's dismounted knights. That was huge right there. But unfortunately, the crossbows have set up, and they're going to be able to fire down. And this is just really good positioning here from this player. So fire, come on, use your crossbows. And he's got his what does an L mean? Dismounted Knights L. I don't know, but he's got them in reserve. They're finally killing off the cav, the Gulam Lancers. And it looks like they are breaking through the small defense from the Gori infantry. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. Gori. I never get the names right, so what is it? What matters? None of it matters. But now the archers of Sweden, they're this is great. Sweden's kind of turning this one around. He's sending up his archers to try to soften up the defenders, making it difficult for them. Is that an art design or is that blood splatter? I think that's an art design because the other, okay. Maybe not. I don't know. I think that's blood splatter. It just looks really bad. I don't know. That's just, I don't like how they did the blood in Attila. You know, it looks good on the ground. Like, you got just, the ground is stained with blood. But, oh, actually, he did send up. No. We've got a sally out. Wow, a sally out from the heavy axe infantry. Unfortunately, they do not make it. So this is a bit of a waste from the defenders, but I do like this bold move to try to break through and cut down these archers. Let's see, this unit might actually make it. He's trying to silence the catapult, but is it worth it? The catapult only has a couple more shots left in it. Let's see, the ammo's almost out, is what I meant to say. There they go, charging in, trying to take out this catapult. And now the archers are closing in, putting their bows on their backs and trying to support the catapult crew. Let's zoom out and let's see how the battle is progressing over here. Ooh, it's looking rough. I mean, those tier 1 units really struggle against crossbow fire, archer fire. So the balance of power is still in favor of the attackers, but it is shifting. And as this battle progresses, it's looking worse and worse for the attackers. Not saying that they can't win this one, but they really need to use their archers. That's what it's going to come down to. Try to counter the defending archers and use their infantry aggressively and just break down the defenses. I mean, it's going to be tough trying to cross this bridge. It's going to be really tough, especially if they have Navatunes and war elephants. By the way, let's keep track of those war elephants. Where are they? Okay, so they still have, okay, I see them both. They haven't committed into the fight. I want to see them for sure. But what else do we got here? Some archers. Again, the defenders, they realize that they've got to use their archers effectively here. They can't just rush in with the infantry. They're going to try to skirmish down these units, soften them up a little bit. He's formed a bit of a testudo, which will give him some protection. And then he's got his archers in the back, also firing down. Look at that. You can see a rain of arrows. That's awesome. And what is he going for? I believe he's going for the archers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So it's an archer battle. Look at that, and they return fire. So awesome. It'd be cool if you could follow an arrow and just see where it lands. Which I think you could do that in Shogun, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe not. I might be thinking of a different game. But the crossbows are still just, using up their ammo. They're killing this infantry that's marching forward in testudo formation. So they're trying to get over to the choke points, the stairway that leads up on top of the walls. You can see they attempted it here, but the crossbows were able to hold their ground because the unit was so depleted. So now they're going to be able to reform. Oh, they got a couple units, a couple men they have to worry about on the flank. But yeah, they need to fire down, take out those, you know, defending skirmishers if they want any chance of winning this one. And Sweden, let's see. Well, Sweden can pretty much go in. Look at that. There's really nothing here. Sweden should go ahead and push in and maybe catch some of these archers by surprise. Looks like the defenders are just giving up on this part of the town. They realize that the walls are just too close and that they could easily use the walls against them. So it's time to just give up. Now, over here at the gate, we actually, let's see. I think there's a, ooh. Is that from the oil? I believe so, because the bodies are burning. It could be because of close combat between certain units. We can see some troops running for their lives, some defending troops, some spears, getting out of there, just running into more enemies. This port looking at me like, oh god, we can't get through. It's like, sir, why don't we just run around the pikes? No, we have to go through them. The quickest point between A and B is a straight line. That's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. See, back over here, the skirmish battle is still underway. It's been a very, very deadly battle of just arrows from above. I think he is finally committing in some tablemen. Oh, never mind. Nope, he's like, all right, let's go in, man. Oh, never mind. We're going to send in the cav. So, yeah, here comes the cav charge. We'll watch this from their point of view, just charging their way through this infantry. The infantry is in a bit of a tight formation, so look at that. They're just prancing on through. Come on, keep pushing. Charge, charge. Bring down these Saracen dogs. All right, so what he needs to do is now pursue in the infantry, which is exactly what he's doing. Well done from the Norwegian player. That was a great, well-timed assault. Now he'll be able to get his men through this choke point without getting clogged up over here. Because if he did not take out that infantry very quickly, then the archers would have just, you know, a great day of slaughtering these Norwegians. But now he's just going to fully suicide charge his cav into the front lines. Oh man, somebody just got ripped off his horse. The horses are going down fast. Flee! Flee for your life. Oh, you tried. The soldiers are in combat here, putting up a good fight. I love the armor for these knights, these dismounted knights. They look fantastic. So let's go ahead and zoom out and kind of see what else is going on the battlefield. So actually, we got another cav charge. Look at this. Yes, another cav charge. This poor Swedish player is like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you serious right now? You're going to charge out cav again? So I don't know where this came from. I think they were just waiting in the streets and just got them by surprise. They have broken the archers. That is a huge loss for Sweden. Absolutely huge. Look at this cav unit. Look at them running around. Oh, here comes Sweden. They're going to answer back. Look at this just intense cav engagement. That's so great. Sweden, hold your ground. Archers, do not flee. So a great, great battle going on in the outskirts of this this siege. I love the aggressive play from the defenders. They're doing a great job. Let's go back over to this fight because this is pretty legendary. I love this. You got the reinforcements maneuvering in the back. This epic front line with spears versus knights, swords. You know what I mean? Push. This, I think, has been the most promising for the attackers. I think this side right here, whoever's leading the Norwegians, I think he knows what's up. He used his archers at the very beginning. He used them to try to soften the defenders. Then out of nowhere, he charges in his cav and runs down and opens up a path for all these knights. So he saved a lot of lives by doing that. Now he's charging in his archers who used up all their ammo. Look at this brawl, guys. Now this is a brawl. Brawl, not a bra. All right, so yeah, they are breaking through the spears. Well executed, great plan from the Norwegians, and they are bringing some hope, some much needed hope for the attackers in this battle. Now he's got some candlemen, I believe, going into the fight. Come on, surround these guys. Surround them quick and don't stop pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Oh, nice. There you go. Oh. Let's watch this duel here. Pretty great. Got a beautiful background. Beautiful environment. The lighting is fantastic. And now the candlemen, they are, let's see, what's their fatigue levels? They're very tired. They're very tired, so that could affect their combat effectiveness. You know, it's going to bring down their damage. Not that spears really, I don't think they do a ton of damage in the first place, but I think he's going to rest them up. What the defenders need to do is just charge. Don't let them rest up. Charge them. That's the kind of stuff that's really cool about this new game. Oh, look at all those fire arrows. That's really cool about this new gameplay mechanics, because it adds so much more strategy. Because as the defender, you'll get that defense bonus if you kind of hold your ground, and you'll lose it if you charge it, but you might want to charge anyways because they will be less effective. But yeah, that's the questions. Now they're just exchanging words. Oh, we got some brave archers going in who are tired, but not very tired. Very cool, very cool. We also have a fight over on the other side. So slowly but surely the Norwegians are pushing back the defenders and trying to turn this battle around. Oh God. Do you hear that thunder? No, it's not thunder. It's elephants. So the elephants are on their way. They realize that they are struggling over this defense near the Norwegians. They've got to send up some reinforcements. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, Norway, get your archers, get some skirmishers, do something, because this is a death trap. You see he's falling back. I think he's like, oh God, if I clump up all my troops here, this could be disaster. Also, we've got some Nafatoons. Let's see, are they throwing? They're throwing some shade. Nope, no, they stopped. Oh, there goes the elephants, guys. Here they come. Dun, 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 dun. Norway's like, what is this? Actually, Norwegians would know what elephants are, okay? But yeah, they'd be like, oh my God, I have never seen an elephant in real life. I mean, even if you know of elephants, like even like with me personally, like I know what a horse is, but when you're actually near a giant horse, you're like, my God, it's majestic. It's huge. Like, it's terrifying to think that men in full armor would ride horses at full speed, who also have armor on the horses, into just huge bodies of bodies, you know? Like, it's just crazy. But imagine an elephant who's now trampling down a lot of these men. The men are fleeing. Now, they're not actually fleeing. The player is just trying to get them out of there. Does he not have any skirmishers? Oh, man, he should have saved at least one skirmish unit to take care of these elephants. The elephants might be the game changer here. Just completely stopping the momentum of Norway. Let's go ahead and head back over to other parts of the battle. Oh, no, what's going on here? No, the Duchy of Lorraine going through one single gate, and the oil is dropping, burning these poor men. And that's just, I've been there before when this seems like your only option and there's just no hope. The oil, like they could hold with peasants and get a ton of kills. Just rough, really rough. Let's head back over here where Sweden has been able to march through the streets without any kind of contest because the defenders have retreated to less defenses. You know, they've fallen back near the town center. But yeah, I think Sweden should definitely get going, try to apply some pressure on other parts of the battle because it's looking rough. It's looking really rough. Now the balance of power still in favor of the attackers. So even though the defenders have done an excellent job of defending, they still have a lot of work to do. The elephants, though, you got to keep them moving. He's got some candlemen trying to cut them down. That's really the only thing the Norwegians can do here is use their spears. They have no other choice, which is not bad, but it would be better if he had archers firing down at these guys, maybe some fire arrows. But the war elephants, yeah, they're starting to go down. Poor elephants. Animal cruelty. That's all this is. The elephants finally break. They're going to get out of there. Norway can continue his epic quest on taking this this defense. But oh, look at this. Well done. Well done from the defenders. Setting up reinforcements. All that progress that was made by the brave knights. Look at the carnage. Look at this. And this floating knight. All that carnage that they fought for. Everything is gone. All gone because the defenders were able to push out all those reinforcements. The elephants were able to push them back, and now the infantry is now protecting this choke point and making it very difficult for Norway to answer back. So good moves there from the defenders. I really like that. Finally, Sweden is crossing the bridge. He is taking his time. Remember, fatigue is very important. His troops are active, which is good. They're not too tired. And then we've got this nice shield wall formation from the Afghan spearmen. But they still have archers, so he could just sit back and fire at them. Some crossbows, even better. Get that AP armored piercing. Oh, so finally, they've desperately broken through. Look at, oh, this has just been a real cluster of death. Is that rust on his helmet? Look at that. Pretty sweet, I like that. They need more of that in this mod. You know, I feel like the soldiers in this mod are a little too shiny, a little too, like, perfect. Like, all the soldiers have just gotten fresh new uniforms. There's the Gulam Jandars. It looks like a heavy archer. I don't know. Actually, it's just a heavy melee cav. But look at that. As soon as they thought they were going to break through the gate, here comes the general with those massive horses, majestic horses, running down those reinforcements. And now the Duchy of Lorraine is down to a couple crossbows and a cav unit. Ooh. It's all up to Sweden and Norway at this point, which is very unfortunate. He does have some dismounted knights here, but they're so depleted and they're exhausted. They might as well take a breather there and just wait for later parts of the battle. And still no success here. So major strategic moves from the defenders. And the attackers are just having no luck today. Let's see what Sweden's doing. He has engaged the spears. See, I think the whole, like, fatigue thing is going to make it more difficult for the attackers because they are the ones that have to march forward. They have to, you know, run great distances to attack the defenders. All the defenders have to do is just stand there, which they, of course, they're not going to have any fatigue issues. So I think that's one thing we kind of have to look at balancing wise. Maybe give the attackers even more of a, you know, more money and the defenders less money, just to balance it a little bit better. But again, it could just be because the defenders are doing really good, you know. But yeah, it's hard to tell until you've played a lot of battles what the fatigue, you know, mechanics are doing in this this unofficial patch. Here he goes again. He's gonna try to go with the night charge. Oh, rest in peace, buddy. But they are standing like a brick wall. Got the Norwegian knights. They're up on the top. They're open to archer fire. Which he's got some skirmish cav opening up their fire. That's great. Great look there. That's so cool. Men just sitting back. Oh yeah, fire. Fire that bow. That little composite bow. More infantry pouring on down. I mean, eventually over time, this infantry will break. I mean, you can't hold for so long, but look at the fatigue differences. Tired versus fresh. That's gonna sting. That's gonna, I mean, you're gonna have to send in more men that he has defending. That's the only way of breaking through. He's got more infantry pushing up. All right, let's see what's going on here. So I think the Duchy of Lorraine is just kind of YOLOing it at this point. It's like, all right, this is all we can do. Charge in the general and everything we have. So that's what he did. Charged in the general and everything he has. Oh, the Cav unit trampled that swordsman. Oh, no, it's Sweden. Sweden setting up some Cav. Setting up some reinforcements. I think he's coming over to support his ally. Oh god, the elephants. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, he's like, oh crap, this is bad. If you're rooting for Sweden, this could be really bad. He's gonna try to catch up to these crossbows. Quickly, get the pole arms. March forward, pole arms. The crossbow's falling back. He's gonna use the crossbows. He's gonna try to snipe out these elephants. This could be huge. If he can take out this elephant unit, he might be able. Oh, nice. Oh my. Oh. Nice. That was perfect. Well done by Sweden. Well done. But here comes the infantry reinforcements. The elephants are now going to disengage. That or they're breaking. No, they're disengaging. But still, they're running straight into pole arms. Oof, man. That was a good stand. Really good stand against those elephants. Should probably bring more of those types of units. They're pretty good at engaging choke points. The Swedish Knights have charged into this blob. I don't think they're going to have a lot of success here. They're most likely going to break. It does look like they got a pretty good charge. Lots of dead bodies in the center. The balance of power still. Wow, it's actually getting worse and worse for the defenders. And look at this. Just not giving up on this position. Just not quitting. Norway pouring in more men. Sir, we can't break through the defenses. Send up more men. Oh. Great little duel going on. Shield flying out of nowhere. Kill the filthy bastards. Alright, so there we go. I think Sweden's is actually pushing up his medium polearm infantry, the heroes of the bridge, who defeated the great Cav or elephant Cav charge. But yeah, oh, look at this. He's actually, is he gonna go for it? Oh wait, no, sorry. I thought that was Sweden for a second. I was like, wait, Sweden's charging in Cav into elephants? I was like, is he really gonna do that? But yeah, oh, is that a general? Yeah, oh, nice. They defeated the Swedish Cav. Defenders trying to, is that the Swedish general? Did he charge in his general? Maybe. I don't know, let's see. Yeah? No. He's back there. Okay, good. I was like, whoa. Charged in the general, you're crazy. I mean, Norway still has a lot of troops. They've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish, you know, solid units of infantry. They've just got to break through this, and this is going to be a problem. The fact that see, it's really, like I said, these battles are a battle of attrition, and you just can't use all of your archers at once. You know, use up all their ammo to break down their defenses, because having archers to fire down at these Nafa throwers, that would have been huge. But now the Nafatoons, they've got nothing they have to worry about. They've got the infantry protecting them. All they have to do is sit back and throw explosive pots. Well, guess what? Norway does the right thing. He falls back his men, and he's gonna wait. Or he is sending up archers. Maybe he's gonna send up the archers just to absorb some of that ammo from the Nafatoon units. This is actually a really close battle, guys. This is extremely close. There's only 4 minutes left, though, so we're going to see what happens here very soon. But it just seems like the defenders are also running out of men. They do have elephants, which is huge. He's got 1, 2, a couple cav units, some spears, some axemen. Of course, we got the Nafatoons who are getting a little bit closer. There they go. Look at that. Oh my god, and it's burning his own men. It backfired. The Nafatoon volley, it seems like it backfired. Let's see, are they going to do another one? If he does another one, then... Okay, yeah, it backfired. That's why he's falling back. That's the only reason. Wow. That did a lot of friendly fire. Oh, wait. Are they throwing it again? Or maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it did a lot of friendly fire. I like it. See, he's now got to send up one unit at a time because it makes it more difficult to avoid friendly fire. Here comes another charge. I think they're going to quickly try to break through here. This is a pretty risky maneuver here, but it's all he can really do. I'm just watching those Nafatoons, seeing if they're going to throw their stuff. Oh, the arrows. Oh, he's falling back. He's making space. He's giving the Norwegians some space to push in. More infantry closing in, though. Oh, this is huge, guys. Very big. Very big stuff. Huge. There's a nice cav charge between Sweden and the Gurid Sultanate. Gurid. I think they're going to send up some spears to support the cav. Yep, which is good. Smart. Charge! Oh, Sweden, get out of there, man. Just get out. Let's go back here because this is like the biggest part of the battle. Here we go. Cav now going in. He realizes that there's holes in their defenses. He's going to try to push in, take out these Axes who are already wavering. They don't want to fight that much longer. And they're going to try to sneak by and go for the Nafatoons. Yes, indeed. Well done by Norway. Another smart move there. Very patient. You see that? Did you see how patient Norway was? The player doing very well. Yeah, he just waited. You know, if he wasn't winning in the situation, he would just pull back. You know, that whole Nafatoon thing, he saw the Nafatoons moving up, he got out of there. You know, he only fought one unit at a time instead of two. That way there's way less casualties. Now he's pouring in more men through the gaps, and the defenders made a big mistake there. They need to fall back now. They need to get out of there. And now the Knights, the Norwegian Knights, making the ultimate sacrifice to prevent them from reforming their defenses. Good job. Nafatoons are breaking. They're done. Nafatoons are done. Where are the elephants, though? Not sure. Who is this? Oh, we got the general charging into Sweden. Going after his crossbows, it looks like. Yeah, what happened to the elephants? Oh, there they are. Okay. This is it. And then he's got spears waiting for the elephants. Nice. Charge, men, charge. More and more candlemen trying to surround these elephants, trying to cut them down. Now, the elephants aren't exactly in a good mood. They're already wavering after that first charge from Sweden. They took a lot of casualties in that first initial charge. They have not lost a single elephant, though, and they're no longer wavering. They are shaken. They are very tired. Oh, come on, spears. You can see the spears are not as effective. I mean, they're still somewhat effective, but not as effective as those Swedish polearms. And now, oh, the elephants are just tossing soldiers around. Breaking around. Oh, this could be bad for Norway. They've got to break these elephants. Uh-oh, our general has fallen. Oh, no. The general has died. The men are wavering for the defenders. And the defenders are down to this one last Afghan spear. Oh, and they shattered. That's it, guys. The men have lost morale. And that's going to be it for the defenders. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised that the attackers were able to turn that one around, and I definitely have to give the MVP to Norway. I think he did an excellent job attacking today. Well timed, very patient, waited for opportunities, and as soon as he saw an opportunity, he executed an excellent plan. And yeah, that was That was great from Norway. So in Sweden, also, I gotta give, most improved. I don't know. I'm just making up, making up rewards. But Sweden also kind of did a comeback there. He was patient instead of being overly aggressive at the beginning. So let's end the replay and look at these stats. So really good game to all the players. Yeah, there's Sly. He's actually a developer. He played in Sweden. So yeah, pretty cool stuff from him being able to turn that battle around. Harry Hobbit leading the county or the duchy. I'm sorry, duchy of Lorraine. And then we've got Grimgor Eisenfast, who was Norway. So good job there. Gearhawk and Azarin Fox. Good game, guys. I love it. This is a good battle. Hopefully we'll get more siege battles in the future. I know it's been a while since we've done some proper siege battles. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's siege. It was a blast, and I hope you like the new gameplay mechanic changes. I definitely think it was pretty cool. It's kind of hard to really see the differences. You just got to, I don't know, I think do more battles. Hopefully they make it so like even the elite tier 3 type units also have very important roles. That way, I just feel like currently 12-12, it's like France, you build this type of army. England, you build the same type of army, which kind of makes sense because there's similar cultures, similar, area, whatever. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm rambling on. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.